Hey everyone, and welcome to day 12 of Alex Lifeson month here on my channel. Now, on the last couple of solo performance videos in this series, we had a look at a few somewhat lesser known Rush tracks and solos with Between the Wheels from Grace Under Pressure, Analog Kid from Signals, and Emotion Detector from Power Windows. Now we're going back to back with a couple of much more famous ones, Closer to the Heart yesterday, and in today's video we have a look at the fantastic solo to Red Barchetta from Rush's 1981 masterpiece album, Moving Pictures. Now then, Red Barchetta, that is Barchetta and not Barchetta, by the way, as Geddy erroneously pronounced it the one time he mentions it within the track. Geddy unfortunately didn't realize this very small lyrical faux pas until well after the fact, when he learned that he did indeed mispronounce this famous and classic Ferrari sports car's Italian name. Means little boat in Italian, by the way. No bother, however, a rather minor blip on what has become one of Rush's most beloved and greatest songs, stemming, of course, from, like I said, Rush's masterpiece album, Moving Pictures from 1981. It is to this day a staple on classic rock radio worldwide and is well considered one of Rush's greatest overall tracks from their long career. Now, with every band in existence, past and present, there are tracks that seem to write themselves and others that are labored over relentlessly to the point of madness on the artist's part. Red Barchetta in this regard falls into the former category, according to a past interview with Alex Lifeson. Like a song that already existed in the ether and they just had to sit down and somewhat rather easily piece it all together. A track that the band, not surprisingly, were extremely pleased with upon its completion. And understandably so, of course. It's an absolute masterpiece of progressive classic rock. If there's a piece of rock music with a more cinematic feel to it than Red Barchetta, I haven't heard it. One can just visually picture the whole track playing out like a movie in one's head as it goes along. Really brilliant stuff. The solo itself has that same feeling as well, in my opinion. I seriously don't know how Alex pulled this off, as it's not a particularly fast guitar solo, but it still exhibits that distinct feeling of speed and velocity that one might feel in a little red Italian sports car flying down an empty road. The entire track, of course, has this feel, like I said, and its composition to achieve this was analyzed in a book entitled Rush and Philosophy, Heart and Mind United by authors Jim Bertie and Durrell Bowman. Now, I want to read this rather lengthy excerpt for you, as it's very well written and explained, but rather heady, in describing some of the musical theory behind the composition of Red Barchetta. And it goes something like this. The track Red Barchetta itself repeatedly fixes its temporal complications at the end of many of its sections. In the exciting passage that most closely approximates the feeling of speeding, unhindered, down an empty road when the protagonist commits his weekly crime from 2 minutes 28 seconds to 2 minutes and 58 seconds, the music is filled with syncopated accents that keep thrusting us forward. In addition, each phrase takes away 2 beats from the normative 4-measure groups in 4/4 timing, as we're moving faster than can be contained within standard phrasing. But the last group, punctuated with Geddy Lee's adrenaline surge, brings back those 2 beats, and we're entering a new zone where time can now flow freely. And indeed, in the next section, from 2 minutes 58 to 3 minutes and 18 seconds, while changing harmonies take us on a bit of a journey, the phrases lock comfortably into relaxed 4-bar groups in 4/4 timing. The following guitar solo introduces further metric complications, alternating 4/4 and 3/4 bars for 8 units of 7 beats each. But again, the last unit brings back the missing beat, making for a satisfying conclusion of 8 beats before we head back into the main song. Like I said, heady stuff for sure, but you know, we are dealing with Rush here, arguably the greatest progressive rock band of all time, at the absolute peak of their power and creativity in 1981. Well, I think that is about enough chit-chat for this one. Let's stop there. Certainly hope you enjoyed that and my take on this one, and my commentary as well, of course. If you did, please hit that like button and drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be awfully nice. Hope you're well, as always, out there in your little guitar corner of the world, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow for day 13 of 30 Days of Lerxst, and we'll see you then. Cheers.